to Chopping 101, cellists. I've been getting a lot of requests for a lesson video on chopping, and I thought it would be a great way to kick off my lesson series before we get into some more complex grooves and rhythms. So let's get started! It's gonna be great. Take your bow, put it on your C string. Take your left hand, mute your strings. We don't need notes where we're going. We're gonna do everything our teachers told us not to do in lessons. We're gonna take our nice straight bow and we're gonna make it real crooked. Point the tip up to the sky. We're gonna go on the side of our hair. And we are going to use a straight thumb. I know, it's gonna be okay. Once we have that set up, we're gonna raise the bow up above the C string and we're gonna let gravity do all the work. So we're gonna let it drop. Let it drop. You should be going towards the bridge, not towards the cello, and there should be no down or up bow motions, purely down towards the ground. If you were to look at it in slow-mo, is that the bow is skidding a little bit and then grinding to a halt, like a baseball player sliding into home plate. We want to stop on the string. We don't want to bounce. No bouncing here. Okay, once we have that sound, once we have a nice crisp chop, we're going to take our metronome, we're going to put it on 50. And what we're going to do is, I want us to chop in time now. So we're going to chop on each beat, and I want you to come up, so literally up on the ends of the beats. So it's going to sound like this. So there's a very slight sound on the end, but we're not really focusing on making any noise there right now. Just want to be really rhythmic. So now that we have that nice, even chopping sound and rhythm happening, we should try to add in some notes now. So what I want us to do is we're going to take a 1 on G, and on beats 1 and 3 we'll play a down bow quarter note, and on beats 2 and 4 we will chop. It will sound like this. Join me if you're not already. One aspect of the chop that I'm going to mention now that we're putting notes in that you're going to want to start thinking about is when you're playing the notes, not the chops, you're going to want to play them closer to the fingerboard, and then the chops are going to happen closer to the bridge. So we're going to have this nice back and forth motion happening, similar to the way a guitar player is kind of always strumming. So they might be playing like this, but you only hear da 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 da, but their hand is still moving in this way. Once we get more advanced with chopping, we're gonna do the same exact thing. Because we're just as cool as guitar players. Okay, tight. Let's add in eighth notes now. So eighth notes on beats 1 and 3, chops on 2 and 4. Look at us getting to 16th notes. Shall we? where I want to talk about the grid. The grid is something I learned about from Rashad Eggleston. If you don't know who he is, you can pause this, take a moment, do some Googling. I know how to chop, but not really compared to him. He explained it as all rhythm is just a measure of 16th notes that are all down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And so all chops are going to happen on down bows. And then everything after that is going to be up, down, up, down. So if you wanted to play just straight 16ths, the note that comes after the chop will always be an up bow. So keeping the grid in mind, I want us to play just straight 16ths, chops on beats 2 and 4. So you're going to play an up bow after that chop, and it's going to be down here, so it's going to sound different, but it's going to be cool. Let's check it out. More rockin', right? Sweet. So I hope you got something out of this. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and maybe I can address them in another video. This was really fun and I look forward to making more of these. So stay tuned.